Welcome to the Warriors Haven podcast, the place where discipline meets purpose and everyday people become unstoppable. I'm your host, Jaisha Sutherland, a retired Army drill sergeant, single mom, and the founder of the Warriors Haven. Around here, we talk fitness, mindset, and the mission of building a stronger you, mentally, physically, and financially. Because this isn't just about the gym. It's about life, leadership, and living on your terms. So gear up, lock in, and let's step into the haven where warriors are made. Hey friends, welcome to this next episode of the Warriors Haven. This one I'm actually pretty excited about because, as many of you guys know, talking about nutrition, energy, and fitness, as well as discipline, just does something to my happy system. So this episode we're going to call Why Nutrition Feels Overwhelming, and try to give you guys some tips on how to make it automatic. So I hope you guys stay along for the ride and listen to this entire podcast episode with me. So friends, let's dive right in. If eating healthy feels hard, it's not because you lack willpower. It's because your brain is drowning in decisions. And if you've been following me for these last few weeks, we've been talking about working memory and long-term memory. So I really hope that as you guys are following along in this series, that it's actually starting to make a little bit of sense as we continue along. So let me say something that might hit a nerve. You don't struggle with nutrition because you love junk food. You struggle because your brain is exhausted. And like I said, if you've been listening to the series, you already know when the brain is overloaded, it deletes what isn't stored. Nutrition is not failing because you don't care. It's failing because it's living in the working memory. And working memory was never meant to run your entire life. So today, we're going to break this down. Why does food feel emotional? Why do diets collapse under stress? What the World Health Organization, or what we also call WHO, says about global eating patterns, and how to make nutrition automatic instead of dramatic. And by the end of this episode, I really hope you know exactly what to do starting from when you finish listening to this. So let's zoom out for a quick second. According to WHO, the World Health Organization, worldwide obesity has nearly tripled since 1975. Tripled, friends. More than 1 billion, with a B, billion people globally are living with obesity. Diets high in processed foods, sugar, and unhealthy fats are directly linked to heart disease, type 2 diabetes, and certain cancers. Non-communicable diseases, many of them diet-related, account for over 70% of global deaths. 70%. That's not a willpower crisis. That is a system crisis. People don't lack information. They lack structure their brain can handle. Because modern food environments are built to be convenient, be hyper palatable, require zero thought, override natural hunger signals. And when your brain is tired, it will always choose easy. Here's what no one explains. Food decisions happen multiple times a day. Breakfast, snack, lunch, snack, dinner, dessert, drinks. That's dozens of micro decisions. And every decision costs mental energy. You remember working memory? It's your brain's temporary holding space. When nutrition is new, your brain has to think about calories, protein, carbs, portions, timing. Is this healthy? Should I eat this? Did I mess up? That is exhausting. So by 7 p.m., your brain says, we're done thinking. And that's when autopilot kicks in. If autopilot was built on drive-thrus and snacks, that's what you go get. Not because you're weak, but because you're human. Most diets fail for one reason. They overload working memory. They require tracking everything, measuring everything, swapping everything, thinking about food all day. That's not sustainable. The goal is not more effort. The goal is less thinking. Listen carefully. If your nutrition requires constant motivation, it's not built for long-term memory. And if it's not built for long-term memory, your brain will eventually reject it. That's not a mindset problem. That's a design flaw. Here's where we shift from awareness to action. You don't need a perfect plan. You need a repeatable one. Step 1, pick a default breakfast. Same thing every day, remove the decision. Step 2, protein first at every meal. No calculations, just anchor it. Step 3, build 3 to 5 safe meals. Meals you know fit your goals, and rotate them. Step 4, hydrate before you eat. We already talked about this. Dehydration feels like hunger. This is not about restriction. This is about reducing cognitive load. Because when your brain feels safe, it stores habit. And when it's stored, you don't argue with yourself anymore. I need you to hear this clearly. You are not failing at nutrition. You were never taught how your brain works. But now you know. And knowledge without action is noise. So here's your challenge. This week, don't overhaul your diet. Just automate one meal. One. Let it store. Let it feel boring. Let it feel predictable. That's how change sticks. And as we keep building in this series, fitness, nutrition, money, business, you're going to notice something. Life feels lighter because we're not adding pressure. We're building systems. And if this episode helped you, if it felt like that shift, if something maybe clicked, stay with me. We're not done. We're building something here that lasts. And if you're ready to take this deeper, to move from listening to implementing, I want you to head over to thewarriorshaven.com. That is where we build habits that store. That's where you stop starting over. That's where discipline becomes identity. So I hope, friends, we can stop living in this working memory. Like I said, one meal, make it and feel it to be boring. Let it be repeatable. Do it for 1 week and see mentally, emotionally, physically how you feel. And if you need help, if you need support, if you just want to get the groundwork going for you to build that system, head on over to thewarriorshaven.com and let's get the right program for you, working for you for the life that I know and you want to have. So until next episode, stay strong, stay focused, stay ready. Hi, friend. Thanks for tuning into the Warriors Haven podcast, where we turn discipline into freedom and help you build the body, mindset, and lifestyle you deserve. If today's episode fired you up or gave you just that little push you needed, don't stop here. Head on over to thewarriorshaven.com, where you'll find details on how to jumpstart the next version of you. Remember, it's not about being perfect. It's about showing up for yourself every single day. So until next time, stay strong, stay focused, and stay ready. I'm Jaisha Sutherland, and you're listening to the Warriors Haven podcast.